Hi guys, I'll be going live in just a minute, just getting the last few bits ready. Okay, I think I'm just about ready. Just confirming, obviously sound is okay. I think I've got my earbud working, so fingers crossed I'll be able to have some music going tonight. Cool. Yeah, cheers NB for letting me know sound's working good. And you're working on an Iron Man Hulkbuster. Oh, cool. Have you printed that out, or is it like a large image, a large miniature, or is it your sort of standard 28, 32 millimeters? Imagine doing a huge one of them would be pretty cool. Right, let's just find where the chat is so I can pop that out. And I haven't got to keep looking too far for it. Right, there we go. There's the chat so I can see what's going on. Yeah, welcome back, guys. Well, welcome back, ladies, if you were here last night, the night before. Yeah, still doing different streams, different times. Although this does probably seem to be one of the better times, and I'm sure when I did live streams about 2, 3 years ago, I'm sure this is the kind of time that I used to do them then. Just because obviously there'd be more UK people at home. Although that being said, I'm not expecting too many on tonight, as I believe there's a little game of football going on somewhere in the world. So yeah, so who knows how many people? It might just be me and about 3 people, but that's fine. As I say, I'm painting every day, so it doesn't really matter if there's people there or not. I would be painting miniatures anyway. So yeah, cool. Miniax Crafts, hello, welcome. Good to see you there. Dreadfet, hello, how are you? Hope you're all well. Obviously, still another hot, humid day here in sunny UK. Well, I was mad earlier. I had a bit of a bath because for some reason I seem to be getting itchy skin with the heat. So yeah, having a bath just sort of cools it down. Well, cools it down, but heats it up. Bizarre. So yeah, today I am going to be obviously not going to get the whole thing completed because, as you guys know, whenever I do a live stream, I do tend to talk sometimes more than I do paint. But this is what I'm going to be painting, and this is or was the good old wazdakka gutsmek. I've already painted one of these. There was a video out there probably only about 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago when I painted it, and obviously I painted mine more like that. Well, certainly assembled it to look like that. Didn't do the flames at the back because I didn't like the look of the flames, and there's no way I could have made the flames look decent. So I didn't do the flames, but the actual bike and everything else looks like that. Well, I was sent another miniature. So today's live stream is sponsored by War Models. Again, link down below, guys. Go check out, obviously, the miniatures that they sell. They do sell a lot of second-hand miniatures, which is something I think people should get more and more into, especially if you're just getting into this hobby for the first time, rather than forking out a ton of money, which it will cost you a lot of money because you can't help yourself. Yeah, buy second-hand miniatures first. Have a little play with those. Have a little paint of them, and then see how you get on. So yeah, check out the links down below. So obviously, as you can see, I've changed mine a little bit. I was in a quandary because I wanted to change it, but I wasn't sure whether to have longer front wheel or we get the old easy riders where they got their handlebars up above their heads. So they were the two I was thinking about doing, because obviously this hand, nice and high, would hold the handlebar high. This one, I could have cut it off and tried to do something with it. But as you can see, in the end, I've gone for the long extended front wheel, just to make it a bit different, really. Yeah, so I've got a lot of obviously boxes up there that I need to paint and get through. But I think rather than just doing them all as they are, I really want to do a bit more kit bashing and just basically messing about, especially with orc stuff. I mean, that's why I love painting orcs, because you really can go nuts. NB, what green is this? I can't find the footage, but looking at the greens I've got, I'm sure this probably would have been good old charming. Um, it doesn't look quite like it, because I know when I painted this, when the video comes out and you'll see me paint this, initially I've gone for a completely different green that I wouldn't normally use, and I didn't like it. I mean, that's why I always stick, I've got three top greens when I come to orcs, and that's why I always use those three greens because I love them. But with him, I really thought I'd be a bit different, try something different. I can't even remember what green without looking at the footage, but whatever green it was a lot darker, and yeah, didn't like it one bit. So literally painted it them bits white, and then I'm sure this is the green I put over it. Looking at all the greens I've got, this is definitely the nearest one. And I say, I looked at the footage, and for some reason, whether I've filmed myself and lost it, or just forgot to film myself. I do that sometimes. I get carried away with painting. I really, see, I love painting. So sometimes I do get carried away, paint something, and don't always film it. I do my best to obviously film things, but right, just going to quickly check that obviously everything is definitely working a-okay. Yeah, seems like everything's going through okay. Cool. As I say, yeah, I'm really not expecting many people on. Yeah, because there's football going on somewhere in the world. So obviously, I'm going to paint this dude up. Again, this dude will be on my eBay for sale once he's done. I'm going to start him obviously in today's video. Going to go from like, what was it, 8 o'clock, 8 till 10, and then basically see how I feel. If I can carry on, then great, I will. If not, I'll stop at 10. And a lot of it is, say, it's just so warm and humid, and well, it's just crazy, isn't it, the weather? Right, so I'm going to start with a lot of metallic bits on this. Uh, and basically I'm going to use the speed paint ones. I say I love using the speed paint ones, but they do go on too well. I mean, I could water them down, I guess. Again, that's something I don't really do, is water down paints. And I know I should. I'm going to put these on probably as they are, and then do a good old wash over the top, just to add a bit of contrast and to obviously like dirty it all up, just so it doesn't look too clean and too neat, really. So there we go. Francis, again, apologies. Now I am useless at saying names. Honestly, unless your name's like Bob, Dave, John, Paul, I will have problems. Francois Marion, maybe. But yeah, good to have you here. Use medium, not water. Yes. Um, Funny enough, obviously, when was sent these paints, there was a bottle of medium. Where that's gone, I have no idea, because these were sent to me about 2, 3 years ago. So I've had these paints quite a while. But yeah, so I'm just going to use them as they are, and then do a wash over the top, just to add a little bit of contrast and sort of depth to them or whatever. But yeah. Well, I guess some people could be here and still watching the rugby. Rugby, football. So yeah, I'm not into football at all, but I like rugby. Um, so yeah, so I'll be watching the rugby this weekend because England are playing. But oh, my daughter's just shown me her laptop screen and the football's on, I believe. But yeah, I can't watch it. I just find it. Oh, it's the fact that they fall over, roll around on the floor, and this is why I really like rugby. Rugby, the referee, no one argues with the referee. They all say sir and bow and whatever. Football referees obviously get pushed about, told where to go, and it's like, yeah, no, good old. You can have rules. You need someone who's sort of upholding the rules really well. I'll get already my glasses. This is how say hot it is. My glasses already feel like they're going to keep falling off my nose. I need to get this bit of string or something around the back. Mini Xbox, they definitely don't come with enough medium. Well, no, yeah. Considering because it was a box that they're full sort of speed paint box, it would have been I don't know how many you get in a box, 100 or more, and yeah, one bottle of the medium. But say I never use it. I never really water down paints. Yeah, I should do, but you never know. One day I might. Right, so let's slap some paint on so I look like I'm getting somewhere. And again, like I always say, the hardest part for me is working out what bits to do what colour, unless I am literally copying the box art, which I think 9 times out of 10, most things I do paint, I do copy the box art, just because it makes life so much simpler, just trying to get the similar paints. So this guy is going to be pretty similar. He's going to be mostly red because, well, as we all know, red makes things go faster. Well, it does for orcs anyway. So yeah, it's primarily going to be red, and then there's going to be obviously the silver, some copper, a bit of brown, possibly for his seat. Obviously, he's going to be wearing jeans, so they're going to be blue to look like jeans. But yeah. Oh yeah. So yesterday, because obviously my most of my videos are monetized. Well, all my videos are monetized. Yesterday's live stream, I clicked the monetize button, and I think we had something like 4 ads in the first hour, which is nuts. I've gone into there are settings. I didn't think there was any settings I could change, but there are settings I changed. Basically, in terms of turning it manual rather than doing automatic. So there are still going to be ads, but it should be one ad every 30 minutes, and literally it'll come up on half the screen. Just click it to get rid of it. Because obviously that's how I can obviously make money, is having ads on my videos, but I don't want too many ads. So doing one ad every half hour, it was like the maximum or the least amount I could do. I mean, literally, you could do ads like every 5 minutes, which absolutely nuts. Charles 1583, hello to you. Um, yeah, so guys, like I was saying yesterday as well, don't forget to head over to my Facebook page and give that a follow. Because what I'm going to be doing is all the boxes of opportunity, or I prefer boxes of fun or pile of fun that I've got on my shelf here to my right. I'm going to list everything over on Facebook, just because I want these like hobby hangouts to be more interactive, so you guys can sort of decide what it is I paint next, or what I kit bash next, because you could sort of recommend or say, can I mix this box with this box to make something else, as well as obviously giving me ideas for colours, just to help make things easier for me. But obviously I haven't done that yet, but that is something I will be doing. Should I do his petrol tank copper? Yeah, because it's going to be a lot of red on here. I don't want like everything red. So let's do a little petrol tank can be copper. Yeah, so this miniature was kindly sent to me by War Models, which is why obviously say they're sponsoring this little live stream. Because yeah, they kindly sent me a miniature for me to paint, and then obviously me to sell, which is pretty cool. Few more bits I'm probably going to try and paint copper. Um, get some springs in there, they can be copper. And whatever these are. Is it carburetors? I've got no real idea. I don't know much about cars, engines, bikes, or anything. So obviously, again, what I say is everything I do on the live streams. Um, obviously, I am well. It gets turned into a normal video, so I'll be able to take that video and then make a shorts video with it. So everything I do paint in these live streams, I will then make like a shorts video showing the full guide, or kind of guide, or showing how I painted it from start to finish. Um, just because I'm sure not many people are going to want to watch several live streams where it takes me hours to paint a miniature. Again, primarily because I do a lot of waffling. Obviously, I say there's not been many people on tonight because football. um, his claws can be cocked. Here we go. Let's do. We're going to do some red now because there'll be quite a lot of that on there. I would have thought. Um, Alexander, hello to you too. The bike's wicked. Yeah, just wanted a bit of fun to say. I think a lot of the things I'm going to build now, I am going to sort of kit bash them, make them look a little bit different to whatever it is they're meant to be. I say so. This is old good old wazdakka gutsmek. Um, again, obviously, I've moved the big gun on the back because obviously it was meant to be on the front. Obviously, in real life, if this was true, the gun would kind of pretty much take him out, or at least take his arm off. Because it's an orc vehicle, they think it's going to work, so it kind of works. So yeah, he's not going to get his arm blown off by the big machine gun. It's kind of situated behind him, yeah, rather than in front of him. But say it's just good to have a bit of fun with these sort of things. So four red, again using my like. Well, I think I've only got about three reds anyway. But blood red is kind of like my favourite. I just love how it pulls. I love how it looks. Yeah. So use my favourite red. Right. Well, I think we'll do the big old skull thing green, just because well, it's an orc. But I think yeah, lots of the bike bits they're going to be red because it'll go faster. Oh, I'm having a problem with my brush. Say the heat, there's magnets in my brush. And it looks like the heat has, well, dissolved the magnet a bit. That glue, I mean. Let's just do that. There we go. So obviously he was primed in black, as you can see, dry brush white, and then good old speed paints over the top. Um, I have filmed already, obviously, parts of this to show, obviously, the basing, but basically it's just bits of cork and cork board that's broken up, put on there, because I want to make it look like he's on a bit of a road. And then once it is all painted, do like a couple of stripes on there, well, like on a road, really. Again, apologies, I'm going to say this wrong. Arioka, Ariokogo. What kind of a lamp am I using? It's kind of difficult to show you, but it's literally right in front of me. It's a ring lamp, but it's like a ring lamp on an arm. I'll have to do a new video because I've got, because I want to do obviously the live streaming more. To make it easier, it's easier if I have everything set up. So literally all I've got to do, push a couple of buttons and then just paint. So what I have got is I bought something new, is a big old frame that goes on the desk, and then you can like hang all your lights and bits and bobs off of it. Normally I have like one arm to my left, which comes up and over, has this ring light, and in the middle of the ring light is one of those clamps. I haven't got one here. It's basically like a clamp that holds the phone. Because when I film videos, I use my phone. At the moment, I've obviously got two webcams. So there's one webcam on my face, and then one webcam looking down on this. But yeah, because I have got some new bits, I might do a little video just showing my workspace. It will be a very short video because obviously my workspace is basically this desk in the corner of my living room. So yeah, it's not really a lot to show. Um, but yeah, I'm literally using a small ring lamp. Again, I got it off Amazon. And when I do tend to buy stuff, I tend to buy not necessarily the cheapest, but it's not far off the cheapest. Yeah, I never try to buy anything too expensive. Well, as that being said, the frame that goes over the desk is about 100 quid. But obviously, it's a sturdy one that can hold proper like DSLRs and like a whole load of rigging on it, basically. Um, and show the garden. Yeah, you don't want to see the garden. Not unless I get. I think it's because I did mention yesterday that I get obviously a lot of emails with companies wanting to sponsor me. But some of the things they want to send me to sponsor are a little bit weird. Obviously, the strangest one or the silliest one was a hairdryer because clearly they don't see what I do, which is obviously paint miniatures, and they clearly don't see the fact that I'm bald. So hairdryer I don't need. But yeah, a company did want to send me a lawnmower. Looking back on it, I could do with one now because the garden's a bit of a 2 and 8, and the lawnmower I've got or had, yeah, it's a bit cream crackered, so could do with a new lawnmower. Because I got an email today about walkie-talkies. Although to be fair, I wouldn't mind some walkie-talkies because that'd just be a bit of a giggle. Just not too sure how I could sort of incorporate that into the video. Or maybe what I could do is any of the sponsors that want to send me silly items, and by silly items I mean any items that aren't to do with the hobby, as in obviously I get a lot of companies that want to send me miniatures or paints or brushes. It's like great, they're the kind of things. It's a little cat. They're the kind of things. Yeah, great. I know I'm going to use them. and I know my viewers would be interested in them. So maybe in the live streams, I could do like little videos, not videos, but I could do advertising of silly things. Um, yeah, as in I could just get the hair dryer out and pretend to dry my hair. Well, that being said, my head is a bit wet because it's hot. Um, it's the fact that it's 8:30 in the evening and it's still just muggy. It's like, what's the point of that? But, yeah. Yeah, so guys, any questions, by all means, yeah, ask. I'll try and answer. But obviously, if you want any of the sort of technical terms or bits and pieces to do with painting and all that, I've got no idea. I'm not very technically minded, or I can never remember the technical terms of a lot of stuff. But there's always bits that I miss. Just can't help it. So we've got 17 people watching, so there's at least 16 other people or 17 people like me that aren't that fussed on the football, or are you watching the football and watching me? Oh, so as I was saying, like this week, I was going to try and do live streams at different times, just to try and gauge when obviously there's more people about. Obviously, today's live stream isn't really going to really factor in that because, say, the football being on. Um, but I am going to have a go at doing a couple of live streams early. Um, and by early, I'm kind of thinking maybe do a live stream at 6 in the morning in the UK. I'm not sure if there'll be anyone on then. I don't know. Well, obviously there will be people on because YouTube, there's people on all the time. But yeah, so I don't think what's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, it won't be tomorrow. I wouldn't have thought, but I might do an early live stream on Friday. Again, just to sort of gauge whether people are going to be on or not. And yeah, might say 6 o'clock in the morning, Friday. We'll give that a go, perhaps. Um, Old Goth Andy is painting up Palanite Patrolman. You nearly finished, just giving parts of it a go over with some varnish. Do I ever use varnish? Funny enough, recently, yes. It's something I never really used, I'll have to admit. I only really started using it because a lot of the bases, I haven't got a mention here that I can show, um, but I've started using like the pigments on bases. And I kind of use the varnish more to sort of like set everything in place. Um, I know obviously you normally, well, the main reason for using it on miniatures is so that when you handle them, they don't rub off. And so you can varnish them and then you can do more layering effects and stuff over the top. Um, but yeah, so long story short, I do have started using varnish. Um, and I use varnish by the Colour Forge, mainly because the Colour Forge, I've been using their matte black for about 4 years. Absolutely love it. It's, again, I've got nothing that's been, oh, I have been some stuff. Yeah, so the Colour Forge, there should be a link in my description. Obviously, the matte black, when I started doing, obviously, the slapchop sort of painting technique, um, tried out a variety of different sort of supposedly matte blacks and found some of them, they weren't that matte. They weren't shiny, but they weren't matte. And then the Colour Forge kindly approached me, sent me a tin of matte black. Absolutely loved it, and so I've been using their matte blacks for the last 4 years. And then maybe a couple of years ago, I started getting some of their other colours because they do a full range of colours, which is really cool. But say, yeah, this is obviously what I've got to paint, and yeah, say it is a matte black. It's just lovely. Um, and I've also been obviously using their other colours. Their purple I've used before to prime a miniature. Then I dry brushed yellow to see what the speed paints would look like over the top. So sometimes it's fun priming miniatures in different colours just to see what other effects you can get. So yeah, the Colour Forge is where I get my spray paints from anyway. NB, no football here. Of course, I want England to win, but it's not of interest. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, you want to back your own country, but if they lost, I wouldn't really lose sleep. Uh, let's say there's some rugby on at the weekend, and England are playing. I think they're playing Argentina. Yeah, so England are playing Argentina at rugby on Saturday. Yeah, so that I will be watching because yeah, I do love a bit of rugby. Although to be fair, I prefer watching the women England rugby. Been watching them for the last about 2 years, 3 years maybe, and they are hot. They are winning. Obviously, we are number one when it comes to the women's rugby. So yeah, very enjoyable to watch them. Uh, Did you just watch a video on Mr. Modulok's Mini Z Mini? Oh, the Ork Mr. T. You have another project, one printed comic book style. Comic book style is fun. I do enjoy it. Obviously, you wouldn't want to paint too many miniatures that way because it does take a long time. Not necessarily the painting, but doing the black lining. The black lining just it takes forever. Plus, again, it's one of those things when you start doing it, or when I was doing it, I felt like I was painting it, and you look at it and you think, "Oh, this looks a bit rough. It doesn't look good." But when you start doing the black line and the black pen, and then doing a few little hash lines, it all just comes together. And yeah, so comic book style is fun. And funny enough, you talk about Mr. Modulok. I've got a few bits over here that I will be painting up at some stage. Um, so this is why guys say if I just sat here, wasn't streaming, I could probably paint this in an hour. Um, but obviously, because I'm live streaming, chatting, waffling, getting distracted, it's not going to get done in the next 2 hours. But yeah, one of the other things I've got is obviously I love this guy by Mr. Modulok, and I just love the fact he's obviously got some weapons for sale. So if you haven't got enough Dakka, this guy will come along and he'll sell you some more bullets, hand grenades, and bits and pieces. So I've got him on my list to paint. But the other thing that I've got are these. Again, it's just fun to paint some fun stuff. And these are obviously sneaky gits. Obviously all camouflaged in disguise. You never see these guys coming. Um, so yeah, there's 5 of them. But absolutely cool. And again, this is why I love orcs. They're not a serious sort of item at all. Uh, the fact that they can walk around in boxes, well, cardboard box, and obviously in their heads, they're sneaky. You won't see them coming. So I might actually paint these ones purple just for a change. I mean, there's not really a lot of them you can see anyway. But yeah, so these are by Mr. Modulok. Absolutely love that guy and all the stuff he does because obviously it's all orcs. So yeah, you can't go wrong. But yeah, I've got a video showing me, well, once I've painted them, so I'll probably do them in a live stream to be honest. Because I think more and more the miniatures I'll be doing in live streams and then turning them into like a shorts video. So it'll be like a 1 2 minute video to show the full process of me painting. But yeah, yeah. So again, the varnish is just by the Colour Forge. Again, link down below. Check out the Colour Forge because honestly, I was quite surprised at the range of different colours they do. It's like I'm going to be painting the Space Marine soon from the Armageddon box, but I'm going to use the blue primer because obviously there's a blue primer that looks the same blue as the Space Marines are, or the blue ones are. So it makes sense to prime them in blue, as that's their primary colour, which should be pretty cool. But yes, all the primers and the varnish, they're all sprays. I think I have got some paints that are varnish, but again, I don't really use the varnish that much. Oh, pardon me. And it is obviously a matte varnish as well, um, which is cool because I have got some paints. I'm sure it's one of the speed paints. Army paint, a speed paint. Not sure which one it is, but when you put it on, it has got a little bit of a gloss, a little bit of sheen to it. So using the varnish on it afterwards is pretty cool. Definitely do the commandos. You've got a bunch of them. Yeah, they Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Yeah, I say it's just. I mean, this just sums up orcs. Yeah, I love them. They're just nuts. But yeah, see a little squad of them coming towards you. Although you wouldn't see them because obviously they're hiding. But yeah. Right, let's do some more bits of this. And so, guys, if there's anything you want to see me paint, so when I get the time, I will put the list of what I've got on my Facebook page for you to sort of have a look at. But if there's anything you want to see me paint that isn't there, let me know. And yeah, I'll go and buy it or get hold of it or whatever. Just have a go at painting something different. Because again, unless someone tells me to paint something different, you will see me paint a lot of orcs because obviously they are my go-to. I just love orcs. I love painting them. I love how they look. But I do like painting, well, everything and anything, kind of really. Oh, we're going to do bits of his armor. Yeah, this could be red as well. Can you get the orcs printed? Yeah, I 3D printed those. Again, this is where I say this channel, I'm very fortunate that companies say want to send me bits and pieces, but also a lot of model makers they give me access to their files like the STLs, just so if I want to sort of print any off and paint them, I can. Obviously, I always mention where I get them from, and say luckily Mr. Modulok is one of those lovely chaps that has given me full access to everything he's done. So every time he makes something new and it comes out, over on my mini factory, I get a little. I've got like a library on my mini factory, and in that library, when he makes something new, it just pops up there straight away. So yeah, I can print out any of his stuff. I can't sell it because I don't have the merchant license. Um, there are some companies that I do have a merchant license with, so I can print and sell their stuff. Mr. Modulok isn't one of those. I don't think he is anyway. I need to ask. Maybe I should ask him if I can sell his stuff. Um, you have a look at say my mini factory. That's where I get the files from. And I know my mini factory do sell printed miniatures. I'm not sure if it's just a certain few or if they can print and sell miniatures from everyone that's on my mini factory. But yeah, Etsy might do it. I say it's just a case of needing a merchant license to be able to sell the 3D printed items. Um, yeah, I need to really go through and see which companies I've got that with. Um, I say I don't think I've got that with Mr. Modulook. I need to ask, as in asking him. Um, but yeah, maybe I'll do it. I'll have a little chat with Mr. Modulook and see if I can be a merchant and yeah, 3D print and sell his stuff. But I'm not too sure. Um, I think it's nearly done. Well, I say it's nearly done with the red bits. I'm probably going to go and do some silver bits, and then I probably will come back to doing some more red bits that I've either missed or yeah, some more bits could do with being red. If you haven't already, guys, if you could hit that like button, it just obviously helps out a little bit with YouTube's analytics and algorithm and all that weird stuff, which even been on here for 6 years, I still don't understand because sometimes you could do a video and it do really, really well. And then you could do another video literally the next week, exactly the same sort of style format. And YouTube's like, nah, won't bother pushing it out to people. And that's, yeah, to say I had the channel 6 years, what was it, yesterday or the day before, and I still don't really get YouTube's analytics. As in regards to say doing a video, it does well, and then you do the same sort of style video, and it doesn't. Because obviously all my videos are pretty much based around painting, because that's kind of what I do really. Obviously I make stuff as well, like boards and that rest of it, but yeah, everything does get painted. Yeah, see, I don't have an Etsy store. I've obviously got eBay. Had eBay for years, and obviously I do like eBay because, especially now, I don't know how long it's been going for, but they deal with all the shipping. So obviously I sell a lot of stuff abroad, and in some companies there's like customs. Even on like some miniatures, you might have to pay customs or some daft. But that's why I like eBay because I've got the international shipping sort of set up. So literally, I would send my package to a big sorting office, eBay sorting office in the UK, and then they then sort of post it on, and they deal with all customs and other bits and bobs. So that's why I use them. I mean, I guess if Etsy do something similar, um, then I could do that. But for the moment, if I was to sell any 3D printed bits, it would be on eBay because I've got an eBay account. I know how it works. I know how to use it. Um, yeah, I would use eBay. But yeah, I'll have to dig out and try and find who I've got the merchant links with. But yeah, 'cause it's definitely with a few people on my mini factory. So oh, a little bit of red missing from underneath. I'm going to do a bit of silver, and then we'll sort of alternate between probably using the silver, the copper, and the red to get the rest of the bike done. So this I'm going to do probably some sort of green. I was going to do his arm bit red as well, and a bit of the gun. Let's get some more red going. I'll just forget. Um, Nusfigure. Again, apologies if I've said that completely wrong. But hello to you, Nusfigure. Yeah, that's the problem is if I see someone's name or a word and I don't know how to say it, I will literally say it how I see it. If you see it, say it. So yeah, so apologies if I've completely said your name so incorrect it's untrue. See it, say it, sorted. Yeah. um, yeah, it's crazy. English is obviously my first language, my only language, and even then, I still mess it up. But um, always happens with your nickname as well. um, with eBay, it doesn't cost to list. Well, I get 999 free listings a month at the moment with eBay. Um, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think it's 999 listings, or it's a certain amount. If I go over a certain like threshold amount, then I think I then have to pay to list things. But at the moment, it's yeah, list things for free, which is great. So yeah, guys, don't forget to check out my eBay link, because everything I'm painting pretty much ends up on there now, unless it's obviously for a team that I'd actually use to play. Uh, yeah, which basically means there will be a lot of stuff on eBay, especially obviously my pile of fun that's sitting up on my shelves, because I am trying to get through it. Um, it's not like it's a race to get through it, because obviously I'm enjoying painting it, but yeah, I am now trying to sort of paint more bits that are up there. Right, that was it. We'll do some silver now. Enemy, do if I get red or any other paint on something that it shouldn't be on, do I paint it white before going over it with a colour? Um, I think it depends. It's very rare I would. Um, I mean, if I got like a big splodge of red on this, then the chances are I would cover it with white and then do it. But say like I was painting around here and a little bit goes on something it shouldn't do, I would just paint over it, because I just see it then as adding a little bit more contrast or variation in how the painted thing looks. But yeah, typically I don't normally do it unless, I say, if I do something and there's a big splodge and it just looks a complete and utter mess, then yeah. Uh, what was I going to do? I was going to do silver. That's what I was going to do. Yeah. Ah, Fifth Element. That is one of my top five films. Absolutely love that. Yeah, love it. NB looks at your pile of opportunity and end up buying more. Um, yeah, so again, this is where I'm lucky that some companies approach me and send me stuff. But then also, sometimes I'm cheeky and I approach companies and ask them to send me stuff. Um, so I'm a strong believer. If you don't ask, you don't get. So I do ask, but I ask in a cheeky way, and normally I put in brackets. If you don't ask, you don't get. So I always ask. Um, but yeah, sometimes it's worth approaching companies to ask if they'll send you something. And yeah, that's kind of what I do. So again, that's why I mentioned about, obviously, if you want to see me paint something that I don't have, I can. There's a few local game stores that I'm affiliate links with, and they do send me stuff if I ask, which is really good. I haven't asked for a while because obviously I've still got loads of stuff. But yeah, so if there's anything you want to see me paint and I haven't got it, I will gladly ask someone and see if they want to send it to me. Again, I'm not sure why, but my brush is doing that sort of spraying about bit again. I did give this a good clean earlier on today in some nice warm water. But say, I don't know if it's the heat, but it's, I don't know when you can see it. Yeah, it just keeps sort of fraying. So basically all these gubbins inside here are going to be silver. Um, and then so once everything's pretty much painted, I'll go over all the silver and copper bits with a wash. Anybody needs a YouTube channel to feed his plastic crack addiction? Yeah, start one. I mean, obviously, when I started it, I wasn't planning for it to be sort of my full time sort of gig. I say when I started 6 years ago, I was a wedding photographer, but obviously COVID kind of messed that up. Like it messed up a lot of things for a lot of people. Um, so yeah, so when I started this, it was just for fun. Um, yeah, just documenting my hobby, and obviously now it's turned into, well, my full time gig. And there certainly has been some obviously nice perks. The fact that I do get sent stuff, and obviously get sent a lot of 3D printers. There's a few more bits there that could be read. Let's do them first. I will forget. John Hensman, hello, how are you? You tried watching a live stream before but kept missing them. I've not got a set sort of schedule yet. Um, it does seem like the 8 p.m. to 10 o'clock or 8 to whenever I finish does seem to be the best time overall for most people. Um, Obviously, there's not going to be many people on today because there's a bit of football going on somewhere in the world. Um, but yeah, this week and possibly even next week, I'm still messing about just trying different times. So tomorrow I might not do a live stream, but Friday I'm thinking about doing a live stream like early in the morning. So maybe it's sort of 6 a.m. in the UK, um, just to see who's about really. Um, but once, so I say this week and maybe even next week, I might still mess about with times. But then when I do sort of find what times work best, I will sort of try and do like a regular schedule. Um, Not sure how many times a week I'm gonna sort of do it. Um, but we'll just see. Again, that's all to sort of be confirmed, really. Blood for the Blood God. cool, more orcs. Well, it's always going to be orcs. I can't go too long. I can't even go a day and a half without painting some orcs. I mean, that being said, there's a ton of orcs on my desk. Some from Armageddon, some from Mr. Module Orc, because obviously I love his orcs. But yeah, I do have a lot of orcs floating around to be painted. Oh, I was going to paint red, wasn't I? That was it. So I say I'm easily distracted. Was that? That was a was going to paint red. Oh yeah, that little wing thing there, that can be red. Red makes it go faster. Cookie time. My daughter wants to nick one of my cookies. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, I like stale biscuits, guys. So I typically, whatever biscuits I get, I'll open them up, put them in a tin, try and leave them for at least 3 days. Ideally, leave them for a week, but they never last that long. Did you say you wanted one? My other daughter wants one now. They're right on the other side of the room, though. Oh, good throw. Um, yeah. So my first daughter said, "Oh, it's stale," but I love stale biscuits. They just have a different taste to them. Mm. That and they're softer. And I'm old, and I didn't really take good care of my teeth. So that's the other reason why I like stale biscuits. So kids, take care of your teeth, or you'll be eating stale biscuits like me. And I've always loved stale biscuits. You're right. Yeah. Thing is though, um, Blood for the Blood God, I would say after Orcs, my favourite thing to paint is Chaos. Again, just because the colours are just, you can go vibrant and putrid and all the rest. They're very good stale biscuits. Cheers. This is a Chaos something or other, isn't it? So I do have some of these to paint. Again, I love the look of these. Space Marine, yeah, Space Marine, all right. But these guys, they are obviously big, chunky. Some of the weapons are just gruesome. Um, but the fact they've obviously got parts of their innards are on the outside. Um, so again, I do enjoy painting these because there's lots of colour and things going on. Normal Space Marine, I'm not so fussed because again, there's a lot of single colour. Um, whereas these dudes, yeah, they're very, very different. So yeah, Nurgles, I love obviously the Nurgle kind of side of things. Um, again, I've kind of started so many projects. Normally, I'd only have sort of say, I don't know, 3 or 4 projects on the go at once. But I think because I wanted to paint more and more of my pile of fun, I've kind of like started a lot of stuff just in the hope that it'll make me want to get onto it. But yeah, so maybe in the next video are they Terminators? I'm not sure. Again, this is the only problem. Some things like this I take out of the box and then I lose the box. Oh no, I think the box is up there. I can't get it without standing up and reaching really high, so we'll do it another time. But yeah, maybe I'll do the live stream of these sometime this week, if not next week. Because again, I do love the look of these, and the fact they've got, I say, it's just parts of their body oozing out is just, yeah, lots of colour and fun. NB open biscuits do not last a day. Well, I must admit, I open biscuits and I put them in a box, not a box, but a well, it is kind of like a box, but without the lid, and I put it in my oh, what's that called? Bookshelf. Sometimes I have brain farts. Yeah, there's a bookshelf right next to me, so I put it there. So it's kind of like out of sight. So if I forget about it, then there's a good chance the biscuits will get stale. But yeah, typically they're only like half stale. But let's get back to him. So we're going to do some silver again. That's what I was going to do, wasn't it? Carry on doing silver. Um, although I do want to just touch that up because it's going to blow my mind otherwise. The Viking down. A big hello to you from the UK. Good to see you there in Norway. Is this one of the Armageddon ones? This one is good old wazdakka or wazdakka. Again, this is the reason why I love all because they have some outrageous names. Wazdakka gutsmek. I've already painted one of these, and I painted him on. Well, I built him and painted him to look kind of like that. Um, but then I was fortunate enough to be sent another one by War Models. That's who's obviously sponsoring this live stream. Link down below so you can find out more information about what they sell. But obviously, it's a whole range of Warhammer stuff, and they do a lot of second-hand stuff, which, as I say, I think it's a great way for people who want to get into painting miniatures, but don't want to spend a fortune on buying them. Buy second-hand because I think they're almost like half price, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is that wazdakka gutsmek. I've just changed them a little bit by extending the front out. I kind of wanted him to be like an easy rider. So I had two options I was thinking about when I was sort of doing a little bit of kit bashing. One, to extend the front out and make it obviously super long, or the other one is to do the handlebars where the handlebars are up over their heads. And I think I went for this option just because it was easier. I mean, that hand's kind of like obviously above his head, which would be cool. I think to get this one up over, when I was messing about sort of working out the logistics of it all, it was going to cover so much of his face that yeah, you wouldn't really see much because his obviously hands are going to be up like that. So that's kind of why I went for the elongated long front wheel instead, just to make it look a little bit silly, really. Rightio, let's crack on and paint some more bits silver. And if I can down you love orcs, that's handy because I love them too. Um, so yeah, you're always going to see more probably orcs painted on this channel than any other kind of faction, I would have thought. And like I was saying earlier, whether the orcs are like Warhammer ones or they're just fun ones by Mr. Modulok and these little sneaky gits, because I just think these are nuts. So yeah, I'll be painting these up soon, and there'll be a video with these because obviously the video is going to show the printer that I use for this as well. But yeah, good old sneaky gits. See these, well, or not see these sneaking up on you. You got about 2,000 of them. Wow. Um, yeah, I think even if I had kept all the orcs I've ever painted, I'd be nowhere near that. I think I may have painted 300-ish, maybe. Um, but yeah, 2,000 orcs. Is that 2,000 orcs or 2,000 points of orcs? Either way, it's going to be a lot of orcs. Um, but yeah. Right, let's do some more bits. Silver. Well, so the other thing I did add on this is obviously these poles at the back, just with the helmets of the poor people that he's done in. Yeah, so when I do get into a sort of proper pattern of doing live streams, again, I'll put the link up to my Facebook page. Again, with socials, I'm not very good at keeping up to date with socials. I do have Insta and Pinterest and all the rest of it. I'm just not very good at posting places lots. But on Facebook, there's more chance of me doing something there. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna put my link to my Facebook page. But yes, if you click on that or the link I'm going to put up, that's where I'm going to put details when I do get into a proper routine of like doing like scheduled these live streams. Yeah, that's where I'll be sort of putting the dates and times. 900 Alt Boys painted. Wow, that's yeah, that's a lot of Alt Boys, isn't it? See, for me, the biggest problem would be where to put them. Um, do you have them on shelves, or do you have like the old sort of cases with the foam inserts? Um, but yeah, that's a nice amount of orcs. Mm. But yeah, let's paint that big green thing on the front. Although, should I do it all green? Well, I suppose the teeth definitely won't be green. Uh, that could be a different colour, I guess, as well. Right, let's have a little look. What green should I go for? Um, let's go for a dark green, I think. Bit of absolution green. I mean, this may well have been the green that I originally painted him. Like I said at the beginning of the video, or beginning of the stream, originally I did paint him a dark green, basically a different green to what I normally do, but I didn't like it. So I ended up just painting him white and then going over with a different green. I think the green he is now is good old Charming. Charming Chartreuse. Chartreuse? Yeah. Or Chartreuse. Don't know. Viking Down, they are everywhere. So that's the problem I would have. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so I think this is the green I'm going to use. We'll do it on the main bit, the bottom bit. Teeth can be obviously white or whitish or grey, and the bit on the top. The bit on the top, I think we'll do that one actually. I say his jeans or pants are definitely going to be well jeans, so they're going to be blue. Oh, he's got a little plate or something on his knee there, isn't he? Do a little bit more. Oh, we've got 30 people watching. Does this? Oh, uh, does this mean the football's on half time? There's more people watching here, or don't know. I can see the football's still going. Still going. Anyone scored? Blimey. England have scored apparently. Uh-oh. Has the screen and everything frozen? Oh man. Right. Can you still hear me, or is that frozen too? Uh, right. It looks like the screen's frozen on my part. I had this yesterday. I think there's one loose wire somewhere, and when it gets nudged, not that I have nudged anything, but yeah. Oh yeah, you can still hear me because I've now can hear myself. Yeah, because there's quite a delay between me doing stuff and you guys seeing it. Um, yes, Alexander, the base on this, I will keep talking in case the screen bit comes back. This was made of cork. It's a full cork board, just with little cork bits. Oh, you're saying I'm not frozen there? Oh, it's just on my streaming software, it shows the screen frozen. Uh, Oh, the screen is frozen for you, Valkyrian. Um, yeah, unless I could go around and just wiggle some wires. Um, right, if you guys give me a second, I'm gonna. Oh, I click to that and come back. Oh, so I can click to other scenes. Right, I'm just gonna have a go at wiggling some. Well, wiggling some wires, really. Let's have a quick look. Has that made any difference? No, it's still showing that. Uh, Give me a second. I'm going to wiggle some more wires until I can hear something go ding. What's this screen up? Right, let's see if that's made any difference. Oh, do that. And oh no, the screen's still frozen. Um, what I might do is click the end button and then restart it then, guys. Um, I did notice one lead was out that basically has power to something, but unfortunately the screen is still frozen on, well, what I was doing 5 minutes ago. Let's refresh that. No, still not come back. Man, technology is great when it works. When it doesn't, it's like, what do I do other than turn it off and on again? Right, so I've pretty much unplugged everything and plugged it back in. But it doesn't look like that's going to have made any difference. Um, yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the stream and then restart it because clearly it's not working. I'm not even sure the voice is working now either.